Caitlin, you liked an Instagram post last night from Taylor Swift that got a lot of attention. And I'm just curious if you could tell us what that post meant to you and if you are in fact potentially going to endorse Kamala Harris.
I think for myself is, I have this amazing platform, so I think the biggest thing would be just to encourage people to register to vote. I think for myself, it's the second time I can vote in an election. At age 22, I could vote when I was 18, so I think do that. That's the biggest thing I can do with the platform that I have, and that's the same thing Taylor did. And I think continue to educate yourself with the candidates that we have, the policies that they're supporting. I think that's the biggest thing you can do, and that's what I would recommend to every single person that has that opportunity in our country.
Scott, next.
I gotta give Caitlin Clark a shout out for this one because I feel like so much of the conversation that surrounds her, that surrounds Angel Reese, that is surrounding the WNBA, especially this year with this rookie class specifically, so much of the conversation has been more focused on things that are off the basketball court as opposed to just keeping the main thing that is basketball. I love that she didn't necessarily give her actual opinion about who she was going to endorse, be it Trump or be it Kamala Harris. She said, I think the best thing you can do is educate yourself. I love it. That's great. They asked Andrew Reese a few weeks ago. She said the same thing. I'm not really, well, she didn't say what she said, no, specifically, but she said, I'm not educated on it, but I think that everybody should do their own research and they should, vote for, Clearfield, is the best candidate for them. Make sure to do your own research, on the policies, what they're supporting, and I love that. I feel like, could you imagine if she had said one way or the other that she was endorsing Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? I feel like that would have been the conversation that surrounded her for the rest of the basketball season. It would have been on CNN, it would have been on NBC, it would have been on ESPN, it would be on all the sports analyst shows in the morning. It would have been a trending topic. And kudos to her for just being like, hey, educate yourself. I'm using my platform to tell everybody to educate themselves and know the candidates that we have and the policies that they're supporting. I love that for her. I thought it was very, very smart. But I want to ask you guys, how do you feel about athletes giving their opinions or entertainers like Taylor Swift giving their opinions on political views? Do you feel like it could be possible career suicide to come out and say, hey, I'm voting for Donald Trump, or I feel like I'm voting for Kamala Harris, or any presidential candidate, any presidential election, because we have the cancel culture right now, and I feel like you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, an old tweet resurfaces, an old video clip of you saying something when you in your college dorm with a roommate, and next thing you know, you've lost endorsements. You have to answer, and do these interviews, and you have to have a publicist come out and help you, rebrand your image and things like that. I feel like that's kind of what happened with Jalen Brown. Now, I don't know if you guys all watched the NBA, but there was some controversy about him not being selected for Team USA, given that he had just won an NBA championship, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and then NBA Finals MVP. So when they went with Derek White, it was like, why not Jalen Brown? But then they brought up the fact, or he brought up that he felt like there was some politics, behind it because he had spoke out against Nike when they dropped Kyrie when he had his issue when he had promoted the video on Prime, and that became a whole big thing about the Holocaust. It was so many different things that happened that surrounded that. But I remember him tweeting, I didn't know Nike was, involved in politics. Something I'm paraphrasing, something to that effect. And he believes that, him speaking out so publicly was part of the reason why, because Nike sponsors Team USA, that he was not invited to participate in the Olympics. So I say all that to say, I don't know if that's true. I mean, we can speculate all we want, but they're not going to come out and tell us, well, that's why we didn't invite him, right? So we just kind of like, he has to go to his own conclusion, like the rest of us will. So I think it's career suicide depending on who the person is. I said it because Taylor Swift, I don't think Taylor Swift is going to catch any backlash because she has hit such a plateau in her career. She is all the way up there. She can tour, I don't know how many times, sell out arenas, stadiums in Bangkok, to Texas, anywhere in the world she can go and sell out arenas. I feel like her fan base is so huge that even those who may not like who her endorsing Kamala Harris, she's not going to lose any money, I don't think. And even if she did lose money, she'll be okay because she has made so much of it. Like, it's not going to affect her. Caitlin Clark, I feel like because she's also so beloved, she's Caitlin Clark, everyone loves her. All the little girls look up to her, the young teens. No, she has such a fan base, a wide, range fan base from all ages, young to old, more than all races, so I don't think it would have affected her the same way that it affected Jaylen Brown. I feel like, whether I want to admit it, there is always a bit of racism underlining. And I feel like because Jaylen Brown is a black man and because he's so vocal and he stands, like, however he feels he's gonna say it, he's gonna stand 10 toes on it. And he's not gonna mince words, he's not gonna say it in a polite way. He's not gonna give you the presidential answer, right? He's not gonna speak like a politician and deflect around it. He's gonna come right at you and tell you how he feels about it. And I feel like for some people that can be, a bit abrasive, especially when you are a black man in America. If you guys, you may not like what I'm saying, and that's fine. We can agree, disagree, but that is a real thing. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Do you feel like athletes should use, or entertainers as well, anyone in the public eye, celebrities in general, I'll use the word celebrities, do you feel like they should be using their platform to speak out about political views, about things that affect our country, things that are going on in other countries? Or should they just keep the main thing and focus on basketball, focus on music, or whatever, soccer, whatever it is that they're known for, whatever their career is? Should they just focus on that and just do what they told LeBron to do a few years ago, which is just shut up and dribble, meaning be quiet and just do your job? What do you guys think? Let me know in those comments. I welcome open dialogue. You respectfully, we can agree, disagree. I will respond. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.